Welcome to all in this lecture. This is the last lecture in the chapter of beams, and in this lecture we are going to study a compound example on the subject of beams. So let's start. So this is a compound beam. That is a beam AB and beam CD is there. Beam AB and beam CD are joined by the roller at point B. Okay. So first of all we will consider only beam AB and then we will consider the beam CD. So let's start with AB. So at point A there is a hinge support. This is the symbol of hinge support. And at point B there is a roller support. Remember, this is the simple symbol of the roller support. Okay. So let's start. We will see the diagram here. As there was a hinge support at point A, we get a reaction force R horizontal at point A in the positive x direction and R vertical at point A in vertically upward direction, that is positive y direction. Okay, and at point B there was a roller support, so a RB reaction is acting on point B in vertically upward direction. Okay, and at this point, okay, at a distance of 2 meter from point A and at a distance of 1 meter from point B, there was a 20 kilonewton force which was acting at a 45 degree, okay, to this beam. So we will resolve it. See, it was 20 kilonewton, okay, and this was 45 degree. So we can write it like that. We can simply take it further and we get like this the force. So if we resolve it, we get in this direction 20 cos of 45 and in this vertically downward direction 20 sine of 45. So just rearranging it, we get 20 sine 45 on this point and 20 cos 45 in this direction. Okay, at a 2 meter from point A and at a 1 meter from point B. Okay, so we get this. Now we will use the equilibrium conditions. Summation of moment at the point A is equal to 0. So using it, we get this is 20 sine 45 in downward direction. So when it moves towards the point A, it acts in a clockwise manner. So it is positive. So what will be the term? Positive of 20 sine 45 u into the distance, that is 2 meter. And see here, this RB is in upward direction, so it becomes anti-clockwise in nature. So minus of RB and distance is 2 meter and 1 meter, that is 2 plus 1 3 meter. So this will be the condition equal to 0. See here, so solving that, we get RB is equal to 9.42 kilonewton. Okay, that is all. So now further moving to the further equations, we have the equation of we have the equation of summation of fx equal to 0, and this RHA is acting in positive direction, so plus RHA. Okay, and see, this is in minus x direction, that is minus 20 cos 45 is equal to 0. So solving this, we get RHA equal to 14.14 kilonewton. Now we have the last equation. What is the last equation? It is summation of Fy is equal to 0. So RVA is in upward direction, so positive of RVA, and this is in downward direction, so minus of 20 sine 45 u, and this is in upward direction, so plus of RB. So we get these equations. RVA minus 20 sine 45 plus RB equal to 0. But we know the value of RB. We put the value and we get RVA equal to minus 4.72 kilonewton. So what does this minus indicate basically? It indicates that this RVA force is not in this direction. Its direction is this way. Okay, its direction is this way. Due to the applied forces, its direction becomes vertically downward. Okay, now let's move forward. Now we have solved everything about the beam AB. Now we will consider the beam CD. Okay, At point C there is a roller support. At this point B there is a roller support and it was acting in vertically upward directions for AB. So for the beam CD it will be in vertically downward direction. So we get RB in this manner here. And at point D there is a simple support that is in a vertically upward direction, we get RD. Okay, now paying some more attention towards it, we know that, what do we know? From C to B there is a 1 meter distance. Okay, and again at a 0.5 meter distance from B, at a 0.5 distance from B, there is a starting of a uniformly varying load and a uniformly distributed load. Okay, how we know that? Basically this is a load system. Okay, this is a load system. Okay, now if we make two compartments drawing a perpendicular like this, we get this area. Which area? This area is a uniformly distributed load. Okay, and at this point there is a 5 kilonewton per meter force. So this area becomes the uniformly distributed load of 5 kilonewton per meter load. Okay, that is clear. Now what will we do? We will consider this part. So if we consider this part, what do we get? We get that at this point there was a 5 kilonewton per meter load, and at this point there is a 8 kilonewton per meter load. So what we get? 8 minus 5, that is a 3 kilonewton per meter load, is of uniformly varying load, which is shown by this red color region, this red color shaded part. Okay, and what do we know? That this total load is acting on 1 meter distance, and after the completion of this load at a 0.5 meter distance the point D is situated. So first of all, what we will do? We will consider this downward compartment. Okay, and to convert it in a point load, what we will do? We will take 5 into the length equal to 1, that is 5 kilonewton load will be acting at a point. What will be the point? It will be L by B. L is the span, that is 1 by 2 equal to 0.5. So it will be at a 0.5 meter from this load starting and this load starting. Okay, so it will be, see here, so if we pay some more attention, we get that this is 0.5 and this is 0.5. So it will be at a distance of 1 meter from this point B. Okay, we get that. And if we consider this UVL, that is uniformly varying load of 3 kilonewton per meter. How 3 kilonewton per meter? 8 minus 5 equal to 3. So 3 kilonewton per meter. Then it will be acting near, if we take the point load, it will be half into what? Half into the length into 1 into this 3 load equal to 3 by 2 will be the 3 by 2 kilonewton will be the load, and it will be acting at the 1/3 meter from this point, okay. So let's see its free body diagram. So we will get a free body diagram like this. See the beam CD. At point C there was a roller support, so a perpendicularly upward load RC. At point D there was a simple support, so perpendicularly upward load RD. Okay, and now some more important part we will see. What is it? On this beam at a 1 meter distance, RB in vertically downward direction, this 5 kilonewton force of uniformly distributed load at a 0.5 meter distance. Okay, so it will be 0.5 plus 0.5, that is at a 1 meter distance from this RB. Okay, and at a 0.5 meter distance from this point. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this slide and you can understand it very easily. This is the uniformly varying load of 1.5 kilonewton Okay, at a 1/3, that is 0.33 meter from this point, and this 0.5, that is at a 0.83 meter from this D point. Okay, we will get all of this. Okay, now further solving we will take the summation of moment at point C equal to 0. This RB is in downward direction, so it will be clockwise. This 5 kilonewton will be clockwise. This 1.5 kilonewton will be clockwise. And this RD is in upward direction, so it will be anti-clockwise. And considering the distances of them, what do we get? We get RD is equal to 7.55 kilonewton. We know the value of RB 9.42. We put that and we get RD equal to 7.55 kilonewton. Okay. Now we will consider what? We will consider the summation of forces in the y-axis is equal to 0. In y-axis is equal to 0. So RC is in upward direction, RB downward, 5 kilonewton downward, 1.5 kilonewton downward, and RD upward. This RC and RD will be positive, and rest of the forces will be negative in nature. Okay, so solving them, what do we get? We get RC equal to 8.37 kilo Newton. Okay, 8.37 kilo Newton. So that was our example. So before leaving this, I am going to explain some more concept. Okay, so this is just the visualization. If this is the total load and this is a triangle and this is a rectangle, so for the rectangle we will solve separately and for the triangle we will solve separately. You should know that, or until and unless you don't understand this concept, you will not be able to solve this kind of problems. Thank you for watching this lecture. Have a good day.